everybody, this is Sherry at djsundry.blogspot.com. Welcome to the 5th day of Christmas gift tags. So today we are up to 5 gold rings. So again, I'm using the Joys of the Season cartridge, and I'm using page 36, the 5 gold rings. Now today I cut out, like some of the other days, I cut out a few extra things. I cut the layer feature, and I cut it in 2 different colors. I cut it in gold and I cut it in green, and that's because I wanted to get my 5 golden rings on there. Now I've already adhered them together, but they were separate, and I just ran the rings through, and then I ran them through my Xyron so that I could make stickers out of. And then for the letters themselves, the rings and the gold, I used the shadow feature to cut out 5 gold rings, and then I went back with the green and cut out the regular feature here on the normal key, so that my 5 would have 2 tones. I believe I also did that on day 4. So those were the features I used on the cartridge. For my ribbon tag, I used this ribbon from Celebrations, or Celebrate It. I picked it up at Michael's, and it's kind of pretty, but it's really delicate. It actually has 3 different colors of ribbon on here. It has a red and a green and then this gold. And because the theme for this one is gold, that's what I wanted to use. I also am going to use my Perfect Medium and my Perfect Pearls Perfect Gold. Now, if you've never used Perfect Pearls before, they are a lot of fun. But a word of warning, and I think I warn you of this every time I make a video, because it's always enough time between videos that I forget and I open it upside down. Your instinct would be to open it where you have the writing. That's upside down, and you make a big mess. I have gold everywhere. You actually open it clear side up, you tap it down a little bit, and I'm already tapping some on my mat. You tap it down a little bit, and you then paint it on with a brush. Now, Perfect Pearls, if you've never used before, Perfect Pearls is much like embossing powder, only you don't have to heat set it. It's a mica powder that actually has its own activating crystals or chemicals or something in it. So all that it needs to activate itself is water, or in today's case, I'm going to be using the Perfect Medium. It doesn't need a fixative. Some of the other mica powders need fixatives. I'm also using scraps, just like we've used every single day. And I've actually done the prep work on my tag already. I use this red scrap for the front, and this is where our 5 gold rings is going to go. This one's actually going to go like this. And then on the back, I found a pretty green that kind of matched the green that was on the front for both my ring holder and for the 5. And then I double matted this one with more of the red, just to tie the front in with the back. So that is going to be our tag. And the last thing we're going to use today, and this is the first time you've seen these in this series, but you may know I'm on the design team for Getting Cricky at K. Andrew Designs. And I am going to be using this set of stamps. This is the Winter Wishes stamps, and actually this is my newest set of stamps. And I am going to be using the words merry and bright, because I mean, after all, gold rings should be bright, right? So a special thing about K. Andrew Design stamps, if you would like to purchase these stamps, you can go to kandrewdesigns.com, and I'll provide a link within the post on my blog for you to order these. But these stamps are made in America, and a portion of the proceeds of every set of stamp goes to a charity. For this particular charity is for Adopt a Classroom. And so check out these stamps. They're great stamps. I have lots of sets of these stamps, and if you go throughout my blog and just look under K. Andrew stamps or something like that in my labels, you will find some of the different sets of stamps. But if you go to her blog, you can find all sorts of fun stamp sets that she has. So be sure and check those out. So let's get to our tag. As you can see, I've already prepped the tag. As I mentioned, I've got the back ready. I've already put my my ribbon on it. Again, this was very delicate ribbon, so be really careful if you have a delicate ribbon that you don't make a mess. So the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to ink up my stamp. Now again, I'm using Perfect Medium. You could also use you could use a pigment ink if you wanted. Probably, I've never tried that, but I have used Versamark. Versamark works as well, but I had the Perfect Medium, so I just grabbed it. It came with the Perfect Pearls, and so I figured I might as well use it for this project. So I have put the stamps at an angle. One of the beauty of these sentiment stamps by K. Andrew Designs is that you can, because they break apart very easily, you can mix and match the phrases, and at the same time you can position them however you want. So I've actually positioned them so that it will go around the corner of my stamp. Now when I first come up from the stamp, you're not going to see much here, because unlike Versamark, it doesn't really leave a watermark. And I may have just messed that up. So then I'm going to take my little paintbrush here, and it does not take much of these Perfect Pearls, and you're going to just go over. There's the bright. You see the bright up here. There's and there's Mary. And you see them appear. Now, I just go over these a few times and just brush it in over and over because I want to be sure and thoroughly cover my Perfect Medium for the first part. Okay, and then I'm going to take my larger brush and I'm going to brush off the excess. Now, it should only stick to where you have powder, to where you have ink. And then, as I mentioned, it is activated by the water, if you were using water, or if, in this case, the ink. I'm just going to finish tapping that off, and you can just see the Merry and Bright. So I'm going to clean off my desk here, just so we have a place to work, and I don't want to accidentally get water on this and end up with Perfect Pearls all over the place. Let's just clean that off. And then we're going to get our 5 gold rings. So this one's a little bit different than the other ones I made. So I'm going to set these down, but I don't want to adhere it all the way because I want to be able to position my words correctly. 5 gold. I'm going to put that up under the bright. And then this is why I did not, oops, sorry, I think I was off camera there. Sorry about that. This is the reason I did not adhere it down tight, because I don't quite have room for my rings here. So I have to play with it just a tad. This could come over. Rings right about there. That looks good, right? Just like that. As you notice, yesterday we did the nice pink and it was fun and I really liked it and I really liked that tag. But we're back to the more traditional colors here. So around the corner we have Merry and Bright, and then we have 5 gold rings, and it's going up. So that is the 5th day of Christmas tags. Now at this point you should just be figuring out who you might be choosing to give the 12 days of Christmas gifts. Now this is the 5th of December, and so I typically start giving the gifts at about the 13th so that I can finish up on Christmas Eve. So you just have a few more days and it'll be time to start handing out your tags. So be thinking about who you want to give your gifts to, and I will link the place where I got the sentiment for the back on the blog so that you can go find the sentiments and then the gift ideas. The gift idea for 5 gold rings is actually some pineapple rings, which is kind of fun. I get a can of pineapple rings. So thanks for watching, and come back tomorrow for 6 Geese Lane. Have a great day.